painting on his face.
Oh, that's a bit scary.
Okay, then here we go with 钟馗嫁妹, the 河北梆子.
Wow, well this is different again.
Very. Where is the white snake that's been turned into a lady?
Like the swirls that are
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I like that. That's cool. Hello, 大家好，我是英国杰克，这是我亲爱的妈妈。
大家好，我是英国老妈。
今天我们要看一个节目叫惊鸿。So, Mum, we're watching an extra special performance today.
Wow.
Which is a gala, a combination of traditional Chinese opera and dances from lots of different parts of the country and lots of different stories, all meshed together in a 10-minute video that's just incredible visuals and tells so many traditional Chinese stories and is incredibly complex.
Wow.
Today's performance is a combination of dances that demonstrates different traditional Chinese operas from different areas. So if I take a moment, I'll just read those to you. They are Kunqu, which is from the Kunming area of China, Qinqiang, which is from Shanxi, Chuanju, which is from Sichuan, where the spicy food is, and where Li Keqi, who we reacted to, is from.
Yeah.
I wonder if you might know this one, Jingju.
Is that Beijing?
That's Peking opera, which is the most famous one over here in the UK, in the West. 河北梆子, which is Hebei, which is a province.
Okay.
And then finally, we have Pingju, which I think is Tianjin, which is the city next to, or very close to Beijing. But you guys let us know if that's correct. But yeah, we're getting a whole smorgasbord of performances from different parts of China in this traditional opera.
Smorgasbord. Sounds good.
One thing that does stay the same throughout these varied performances is the dancer, and he is called Qiu Jirong, and he's a very famous traditional Peking opera dancer.
Oh.
And he also has very famous lineage. His grandfather, Qiu Shengrong, was very famous in the 1930s, 40s, 50s previously, and was really a leader within the Peking opera.
Oh, so there's some history there.
There's some family history there. I did some research on Qiu Jirong that I wanted to share with you, and I found a newspaper article which explained that at the age of 9 he enrolled in the Peking Opera School in Beijing and graduated from the National Academy of Chinese Arts. So he's got a really, really strong pedigree. And interestingly, he's a little bit like what we want to be as a channel, which is to connect the West and the East. And I'll tell you how he says that.
Yeah.
He said that at the age of 13, he was inspired by Michael Jackson to start dancing. So he's very familiar with Western dance movements. But at the same time, obviously due to his family history and the fact he's Chinese, is very respectful of the traditional Peking opera and traditional forms of Chinese art. And so what he says he's tried to do to encourage young people in China that have lost their appreciation of this traditional art is to try to blend them. He said he felt a little bit of tension. Was he sat in the West or was he sat in the East in terms of his art form? What he's tried to do is blend and create a synergy of these performances. And that's something we're going to get the opportunity to look at today.
Wow. So traditional Chinese opera meets thriller.
Now I've got to tell you, Mum, today's video is very different to what we've done before. And it's been very difficult for me to research because it's such an incredible blend of different styles. It's really complex to understand it all and explain it to you. And in fact, when I suggested to my fans, to my subscribers, that we were going to do this video, after a lot of them have commented that it was a great performance after the new year and we should give it a consideration, one fan even said that it would be 很尴尬 for us to watch it, which is embarrassing. And the reason they say that is because it's very difficult for us Westerners really to understand truly what's going on. So, I always like a challenge, and I don't know if they appreciate how much effort I put in to understand new forms of Chinese culture. So I have done hours of research. I've done Chinese classes. I've asked my colleagues to help me. And thanks to those that have done, I've managed, I think, in a simplistic way, to break it down and explain it and understand what's going on. So in today's video, we're going to watch part by part, and I'll try and explain what's going on.
Okay.
Hope you appreciate the effort, guys. So the first part we're going to watch to begin with is the introduction, and we're going to get to meet Qiu Jirong, which is the dancer that I mentioned. All right then, Mum, here we go with the introduction of Jing Hong. And here, for the first time, we get to meet Qiu Jirong.
Oh. Gosh, another great set.
So I believe he is a monk, a Hezhan. Do you think he looks like a Buddhist monk?
Well, now you've said.
His first performance is called Mudan Ting, and it's called the Peony Pavilion in English.
Oh, peonies. Well, they're beautiful flowers.
Yeah, you know that word, do you?
Yes, I do.
So the story that is in this performance is that the person that we saw goes to his garden and sees that the flowers and the wall are broken, and he feels upset about it. I must add as well, I said Kunxu was from Kunming. It's not, it's from Suzhou, that area, which is close to Hangzhou, where I used to study.
Oh, Hangzhou.
And we've been to Nanjing,
Yeah.
so that's that kind of area. And this style, Kunqu, of theatre was made popular in the Ming Dynasty, which is around about the 14th century, and it was the most popular theatre in China for 300 years. It includes martial arts, dancing, and singing.
Wow, it sounds really good.
So, should we take a look at the Peony Pavilion?
Let's do it.
Alright then, Mum. Here we go with Mudan Ting, which in English is
The Peony Pavilion, which sounds absolutely enchanting. Oh, a bit more movement. Oh, it's very expressive.
I don't think it is the ladies that are singing, you know.
No, they're maybe just dancing.
I wonder if they're the flowers.
Possibly.
Possibly.
Because they are the colours of peonies.
Are they?
Pinks.
They could be the
Pinks.
flowers then.
They're very colourful in contrast to the monk who's very beige and plain.
And those shans, the fans are very famous from China, aren't they? Oh. So the next performance we're going to watch, Mum, is from Qinqiang Opera, and it's called Duanqiao, which means broken bridge. And it tells the story of a snake that was almost killed by a hunter, but was saved by a man. And after 1700 years, this snake, who is a white snake by the way, eventually became a beautiful woman and re-met the man that saved the snake at the famous broken bridge in Hangzhou, which is in Xihu, which obviously we visited many times, we love. I was in Hangzhou before.
Yeah,
So-
West Lake.
So yeah, we know a little bit about this
Oh, we've been
story.
there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I forgot to mention, this traditional opera is from the Gansu, Shanxi area of China. Okay, here we go then. Duanqiao, Qinqiang. So, guessing this is on the lake, is it? Where is the white snake that's been turned into a lady? That must be the lady that's a white snake.
They are singing, Jack.
Yeah, they definitely are singing now, aren't they?
So this is a real piece of cultural heritage.
3,000 years old, this is.
Wow.
If you go to Hangzhou, people talk about it a lot. It's really famous, the bridge. So now we move on to Pingju, and a performance that is called Tian Nü San Hua, or the goddess scattering flowers. Something like that.
So I'm wondering, what's the story behind this opera?
So as I understand, there's a goddess within it, and she is carrying some baskets of blue flowers, and she has some disciples who are students, and as she is throwing out the blue flowers, if they don't stick to you, that indicates that you've studied hard, but if they do stick to you, it shows that you've not been studying hard. So it's a motivation for you to study a bit harder. That's a simple version of the story.
So we've gone from pink peonies, then to white, and now to blue flowers.
Yeah, I guess we have lots of different colours. Very colourful.
Yeah. And what period then is this opera from?
So as I understand, Pingju is a more modern performance of theatre, and it's from around the 1930s, and it's famous in northern China, especially Tianjin. Here we go. So that must be the goddess, I would guess, that's on the top.
And there's all the flowers.
And there are disciples. Although I did say blue, but they look pink. So sorry about that. But the disciples are in blue. There is some blue in it, isn't there?
There is. Like the swirls that are
Yeah, that's good. Oh, I like that. That's cool.
This is a bit more like ballet rather than a martial art, this one.
Oh, where did that come from? I don't know if you saw there, but someone was being dragged off by their ear. I don't know if that's because they hadn't studied hard enough. Next up is my personal favourite performance, and it's called Gundong, and it's a form of Chuanju, which is Sichuan-style opera. You have to be careful with the word gun, though, because don't learn that from me and say it, because it can be offensive in Chinese.
Oh.
Gundong in English, however, means rolling lantern, and hopefully what you're going to see in this performance is it's putting a lantern on your head and doing kind of gymnastics and acrobatic movements to demonstrate the story. Alright then, here we go.
Oh. Different feel altogether.
You can see why I like this one, it's more good fun. Gundong. So yeah, Chuanju from Sichuan area. Where this is where Li Ke is from.
It's a bit more like pantomime feel to it.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
So you can see he kind of moves his body but still keeps the dung on top
and
of
his
his head.
facial expressions are quite comedic.
He's like a robot now. It's got like a mime painting on his face. Look, you can't do it. Okay, Mum, so next performance is called钟馗嫁妹, and it is 河北梆子 style of Chinese opera.
So what does that mean then, Jack, in English?
So it means Zhong Hui marries sister, and it tells the story of two friends. One of the friends very generously lends his other friend 2 coins. This friend goes to a trial where he is rejected because he's too ugly and of his appearance, and as a result of the disappointment for it, he dies. But he still has alive a sister, and the ghost of himself wants to help his sister and his friend because his friend was kind to him by giving him the 2 coins. So from the afterlife, he helps the friend who's still alive and the sister get married. Hence,钟馗marries sister.
Okay. So this last one, which period of history is this from? Is it old? Is it modern?
河北梆子. Yeah, this is kind of in the middle. It comes from the 1850s, which is the Qing dynasty. And it was very, very popular, and it's influenced lots of other art and paintings and films within China, and also spread in popularity to some other countries such as Japan, Mongolia, and Russia. Okay, then here we go with 钟馗嫁妹, the 河北梆子.
Wow, well this is different again.
Very good. Oh look, he's got a beard this time.
Oh, and the masks.
Yeah, the lianpu.
What are they called?
I think they're called lianpu. Lian for face.
Oh, I like this one.
Look at his beard. It's more surreal, this one, isn't it?
Yeah. Oh,
It's got acrobatics as well in this one.
Wow.
I'd say this is a bit. This is less dance, isn't it?
Yeah, that's still a form of
No,
dance.
it's still a form of dance.
Beard is sort of what is it?
Yeah.
Oh look, he's got his leg right up.
Okay, so our final performance, Mum, is Jingju, which, as you rightly recognised previously, is
Peking opera.
which is the most famous form of opera in the West, and I also think it's the most popular one in China at the moment. So Peking opera has been popular in China since around 1790. Jingju is famous for their masks that the performers wear that demonstrate their characters. There's lots of different characters, but there are also 4 main ones that everyone in China will know. So we won't talk about this performance much longer because I know it's the most popular one in China. Let's go ahead and give it a watch. Alright then, the final performance of the Jingju, the last traditional opera form we're going to look at. Qiu Jirong, the dancer, famous lineage, perform.
The crowd recognise it.
Oh, he's still got his beard? No, his beard's gone. Very colourful, aren't they? In fact, the full drawing, the costumes that they're wearing, I think, are the most colourful in this one, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's painting on his face.
Oh, that's a bit scary.
So for this one, Mum, I didn't get a chance to research what's happening in the story. So if you guys want to give us a summary in the comments, that would be awesome.
Oh, gold. There's such a lot going on. Yeah, they're throwing those.
Oh, did you see her pick it? Look, she
Oh,
picks him as well. Very
Wow.
good. This is clearly the biggest performance, saving the best till last.
That looks like martial arts.
That's all the different performances together, isn't it? Can you see all the ones we've watched? I think.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Oh. Well spotted.
Just remaining this character.
his own now.
That's very calming at the end, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
In a bit of a trance. Right then, Mum, so that was Jing Hong, the performance by the dancer Qiu Jirong. What did we think to that?
Oh, I really enjoyed it. It was so interesting. All the different operatic styles, and from 3,000 years ago to modern day. Yeah, it was really interesting.
It covered lots of different parts of history.
Yeah.
Obviously, we only understood it from a very simplified version, but it's still interesting and exciting for us to learn. And every time we do a video like this, we learn a little bit more. Because when I think of Chinese opera, are unable to differentiate, well, what's this one, what's that one? I just think of it of all the same thing. And now, through doing this, we've realised there's actually lots of different styles.
Yeah.
And like we said, that whether that's from 3,000 years ago or to the more modern ones, yeah,
I really enjoyed it. One of the gifts that Jack brought me back from his time in China was this screen, and I'm just wanting to check with you, are these representing the masks that we've just seen in the last operatic style?
They look like them, don't they?
I think they are. I really like them.
Yeah. If you ever notice, it's one of the items that we have in our background. So if you guys could let us know, is that from an opera? Is it from a Jingju or a similar type of opera? If you could let us know in the comments, that would be awesome. Okay, well, we hope that wasn't too ganga for us as foreigners to watch. We put a lot of research and effort into doing it. We hope you enjoyed it. We know some of our reaction and our review won't be correct. I said Kunchu was from Kunming and it wasn't. You know, there's probably loads of things that we've missed, but we enjoyed doing it.
We did.
You really like opera and ballet and these types of exquisite art form from the West. It's not my cup of tea personally, but it's just good to always learn more and be exposed to more. And Qiu Jirong, you could tell that he was from excellent family lineage. He was a great dancer. So if you enjoyed this video, you appreciated the effort we put in, you don't think it was too ganga, and you enjoyed our reaction, 如果你可以请给我们点赞和关注我们的频道, that would be great.
Thank you for that. I really enjoyed watching, and I liked his idea of blending and bringing the East and the West together, just as we do here on this channel.
Yeah, certainly something that we hoped to do.
Yeah, so if you have any more ideas for us to watch, please send them in. That would be appreciated.
Okay, 好的，再见，bye bye. Do you want a little break before you stand up?
I'll just stand up.
Stand up and a walk.
Just doing stretching.